this video, I want to talk about the topic of dream feeding, as I think it's something I had never heard about, and it wasn't until I started, researching baby sleep and sleep training that I came across it. And I think it's a really neat and useful tool for parents to have in their arsenal when they're dealing with a newborn. It's not an essential thing. You don't have to do it. It's not going to actually teach your babies to sleep better. It's just a useful tool to have. So a dream feed is where you have a baby that's asleep at nighttime, and you go in and you let's say you put the baby down to sleep at 8, and you aren't going to go to bed until 10, and so you pick the baby up soon before you would want to go to bed. You take the baby, you hold the baby, and you feed them either with a bottle or breastfeeding, and you feed the baby while they're still asleep. So you try to very gently pick them up, grab them, and hold them, and not wake them up. And it's kind of cool. They will just immediately start drinking, and at least not maybe every baby, but certainly my kids both would drink a bottle while still asleep, and they just go and they're just going on the bottle, and will drink depending how long it's been since their last meal, but they will drink up to their whole full size feeding potentially, depending on how hungry they might be. And so what is cool about this is then it can potentially then kind of reset their clock. So instead of, let's say you put the baby to bed at 8 p.m. And they wake up every 4 hours for a feeding, instead of waking up at midnight, if you go in and do a feeding at your bedtime at 10 p.m., then they might not wake up until 2 a.m. And so the idea is it gives parents a longer stretch of uninterrupted sleep to kind of help them recover from having a kid and to get rejuvenated and to feel like themselves and be able to function and go to work and all of that. I will say as a disclaimer, a couple disclaimers. So this, it worked really well on both of my kids, but my understanding based on what I read is it's not going to work on every baby, that some of them just wake up and they get kind of too awake, and then they don't necessarily go back to sleep, because sometimes our kids, we did it a lot, they'll kind of wake up a little bit, but then as soon as you finish feeding them and stuff, they just go right back to sleep for the most part. And so, but apparently this won't work on all kids, unfortunately, but it is something that will work on some babies. The other disclaimer I want to mention is that there really isn't a whole lot of scientific evidence that it works. There just isn't a lot of studies that have really looked at that. However, I think it just seems like one of those things that, it's kind of self-evident that you can kind of tell with your kid that well, if I don't do a dream feed, they wake up at midnight, but if I do a dream feed, they don't wake up till 2. So it does seem like it really can work and it really can help. The hardest part for us was weaning them off of the dream feed, because you're introducing an additional night feeding that you then have to wean them off of. And so, when to do that and how to do it is probably the trickiest part. And please stay tuned for future content, maybe on sleep training, some on other topics like, do you need to burp a baby? And is that really something we need to do? So, yeah, please stay tuned, and I hope you found this video helpful.